place, man. When you in a hole, you feel alone, you feel like nobody could come get you. It's all right here, bro. You gotta depend on yourself and God. That's all you got. See the light at the end of the tunnel, get out that hole. Yes, sir, bro. Hey, you gotta take them to that hole, man. Take them to that dark place, bro. Only a certain couple motherfuckers could get out of a dark place, man. When you in a hole, you feel alone, you feel like nobody could come get you. It's all right here, bro. You gotta depend on yourself.
Do is disappear, level up, and never explain what happened. No announcement. No, I'm going through something. No motivational post about the grind. Just gone. And then one day you show back up and everything is different. Your body's different. Money's different. The energy and your confidence is just different. And people can't figure out what happened because you never gave them the play-by-play. That drives people crazy because they want to know the story. They want to know what you did, who you helped, what changed. Not because they're happy for you, because they need to measure it against themselves. They need to know if your win threatens their position, and when you don't give them the information, they can't compete with you because they can't compete with the man who moves in silence. Most men, they do the opposite. They announce the gym membership on day one. They post the business plan before the first dollar comes in. They tell everybody the vision before the foundation is even poured. And now you got an audience watching you build. And half of them are hoping that you fail so they feel better about not starting. The men who actually change their lives, they go dark. They cut out the noise. They stop performing progress for people who aren't invested in their outcome. And they let the results speak when they're ready, not when the internet needs content. Some transformation requires silence to complete. The moment you start narrating the process to people who aren't invested in it, you cheapen what it costs you to go through it. Joseph didn't explain himself to his brothers when he had the power to. They threw him in a pit, sold him to slavery, let his father believe he was dead for over a decade. And when he stood in front of them with all the power of Egypt behind him, he didn't give a speech about what he went through. He just revealed who he had become. The position said everything the words never could. The explanation is the consolation prize. It means you're trying to convince someone of your value instead of just demonstrating it. You don't owe anybody an apology. You don't owe anybody a transformation story. You don't owe anybody a before and after. You owe yourself the discipline to build in silence and let the outcome make all the noise. Disappear, build, return, say nothing. Let them figure it out on their own.
If you want to win in struggle, it won't come overnight. You gotta learn how to be patient and long-suffering, because it's only through patience and long-suffering that you will reach the goal.
I think you should be so ridiculously optimistic about this life. I think you should dream bigger than you could ever imagine. I think you should pick goals that scare the life out of you. And I think you shouldn't listen to anyone that tells you to be realistic. You know what? I know not everyone is going to agree with this. I know that a lot of people like to hate on the idea that you should dream big. But why not? Why not? Do you want to tell yourself for the rest of your life that you can't do it? Do you want to put yourself down? Do you want to aim small? Or do you want to aim as big as you possibly can? And look at absolute worst. If you fail, you end up exactly where you would have been anyway. You know, to chase big dreams is to reach for a better person, a better self, and a better life. And I think you should be so optimistic about the life that you have and about what you can do in this life, because you never know where you might end up. Because if you prove yourself right, think about what could happen.
What they've always wanted to get, people quit. And they give up.
If you get out of high school,
before they get what they've always wanted to get, people quit and they give up.
If you get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media, a day can slip by like that.
Yeah.
A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and before you know it, you're 30.
Yeah, right.
And you haven't done shit.
Yeah.
And that's really common.
What are you willing to sacrifice, and what are you willing to give up to find every bit of who you are as a human being? And I was willing to give everything to do that.
People give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up.
If you get out of high school, you don't know what to do, and then you start playing video games and you're on social media, a day can slip by like that.
Yeah.
A day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year, and before you know it, you're 30.
Yeah, right.
And you haven't done shit.
Yeah.
And that's really common.
What are you willing to sacrifice, and what are you willing to give up to find every bit of who you are as a human being? And I was willing to give everything to do that.
Anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way. Cause I'm the shit and ain't nobody else gonna tell me that I'm not the shit, and I don't care what nobody think. And I advise you or anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way. Cause I'm the shit and ain't nobody else gonna tell me that I'm not the shit, and I don't care what nobody think. And I advise you or anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way. Cause I'm the shit and ain't nobody else gonna tell me that I'm not the shit, and I don't care what nobody think. And I advise you or anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way. Cause I'm the shit and ain't nobody else gonna tell me that I'm not the shit, and I don't care what nobody think. And I advise you or anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way. Cause I'm the shit and ain't nobody else gonna tell me that I'm not the shit, and I don't care what nobody think. And I advise you or anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way. Cause I'm the shit and ain't nobody else gonna tell me that I'm not the shit, and I don't care what nobody think. And I advise you or anybody else that's doing anything, you should feel the same way.
The tongue is so powerful. Speak good over your life at all times. You can't talk struggle every day and expect blessings to pull up. You can't keep saying you're broke, you're tired, or that nothing works for you and think that your life is going to level up. Words are seeds. What you speak is what grows. Start talking like the version of you you're trying to become. Say you're favored, say you're aligned, say you're blessed, even before it shows up. And watch how your life changes when your mouth stops working against your future. Stop cursing your own path. The universe listens to every single syllable that leaves your lips. If you constantly broadcast defeat, you will automatically manifest a miserable reality. The broken system wants you complaining. They need you vibrating at a very low frequency. True rebellion starts in your mind and explodes straight through your voice. Stop acting like a weak victim. Stop accepting daily defeat. Claim your power. Speak your ultimate victory into existence and watch the matrix shatter.
Hang around winners, they'll never mock you for trying. They know what it feels like to be awkward, uncertain, unseen, broke, or underestimated, because that's where they lived before they became successful. Hanging around winners doesn't mean that everybody's just gonna stroke your ego either or just give you handouts. Same confidence you receive your compliments with, you gotta learn to receive criticism the same way. You gotta surround yourself with people that make you believe in a bigger version of yourself and not force you to adapt to a smaller version of yourself. And it's interesting, man, your environment either expands you or contracts you. There's no neutral ground. And we all know how it goes, man. You become who you hang around. If you wanna know what your future looks like, pay attention to the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And it kind of boils down to just moving like the future version of you already exists. Carry the energy of the person you're meant to become, and the world will begin to mirror it. And carrying that energy of the person you want to become just means actually putting the work in that the person you want to become would do. The fastest way to attract what's meant for you is to express yourself so honestly that everything that doesn't align just falls off on its own. 10 bad years can be erased by 2 good ones. Momentum erases mistakes faster than regret ever will. You really got to lock in. Understand that pain is temporary and the mission is permanent. The path to quality is paid with quantity. You gotta try as many times as it takes.
Your actions will tell you how much you believe in what you say you believe. Don't get it twisted. I don't care if you write a poem. I don't care if you sing a song that you want these goals, that you want this output. Your actions will always tell you how much you truly believe in what you say you believe. There are people that are joining programs. There are people that are buying weight loss programs. There are people that are moving states and doing all these different things to say, hey, listen, once I do this, I will then become this. But if you are not actually implementing the things that you know you're supposed to implement on to get the results that you want to get, then you are lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. You don't want it as bad as you want it. I'll give you a personal example. I've been trying to hit 200 pounds for years. And anybody that knows me knows that that has been my goal. I've been hovering around the 190-ish mark for years, right? Now, I can say that I want to be 200. But if I'm not eating the meals that is required for me to hit 200, then I'm not trying to be 200. For those that are trying to hit a certain revenue goal, hey, you have to make these amount of calls. Hey, you have to do X, Y, and Z. If you are not doing X, Y, and Z, then stop lying to yourself and say you don't want it like that. And that is okay, because at least you're being honest. Now, for those that are actually saying they want to do X, Y, and Z, then you have to put in the actual items in order to get that result. There is no shortcut to getting to your goal. There is no shortcut. There is no secret sauce. There is no hidden formula to get that result, because everyone that has that result had to abide by the exact same process. Stop lying to yourself, make a decision, and get it done.
Take control of your life. You fucked up, so you fix it. You made bad decisions, so you own it. You want a different life. You want the money, the power, the respect, so you get up off your ass and go take it. Because talking about it is not gonna bring you that life that you want. Crying about it is not gonna bring you that life that you want. It's okay to be emotional, but it's not okay to stay emotional. Why? Because there ain't no fucking emotion there. Top of the morning, ain't no money in the bag. Baby, wake that ass up. Understand this. Stop acting like life is only happening to you. Take ownership of your life. Stop blaming other people. Stop blaming your past. Stop blaming your circumstances. Because the moment that you stop pointing that finger at everybody else, the moment that you start to take ownership of your life is the moment that you can start to change your life. Blaming everything and everyone but yourself might make you feel better in the moment because it makes you feel comfortable. It makes it feel like everything is not your fault. But in reality, that will not move your life forward because that behavior keeps you stuck, waiting for the world to change instead of changing yourself. And as long as you keep making excuses, you'll keep getting the same results because the truth is, nothing changes until you do. So stop waiting, stop blaming, stop letting your past, your mistakes, or other people control your life. Take ownership, take action, and keep moving forward because the only way to change your story is if you write it your damn self.
Stop wasting words on people who ain't listening. Stop explaining your vision to minds too small to see it. Keep it sacred, keep it quiet. Move like your next step could change your life, because it can. That's what happens when you focus on yourself. Life starts working in your favor. Doors open, people fall away, opportunities align, energy flows different.
Go be great, nigga. You feel me? Go be great, bro. After everything you done been through, after everything that's going on in your life, after all the trials and the tribulations that done contribute to your life, my nigga, it's only right that you go be great, cuz. Diamonds don't break under pressure, my nigga. Pressure is what make diamonds. You feel what I'm saying? Don't be a bitch, my nigga. Don't be a fucking bitch, twin. Go be great, nigga. Go do everything you need to do, twin. You got this shit.
You know you could be the one if you really wanted to, right? You know that, right? But see, you keep playing the what if game. What if it don't work out this? What if it don't work out that? Nigga, what if it do? What if it do work out? Then what? You gonna be happy, right? If you put your head down and lock in on the vision, how could you not win? Only thing that's gonna cause you to lose is your mentality.
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem.
Study those consequences. Study those instead. Everybody talks about making good decisions. Read the books, watch the videos, make better choices. Cool. But nobody teaches you how to study what comes after the choice. And that's where your life actually happens. The decision takes 5 seconds. The consequences can last 5 years. You decided to stay in that relationship. You live with the damage for a decade. You decided to skip the opportunity. You live with regret every time you saw someone else take it. You decided to spend instead of invest. You live with the emptiness at 35 wondering where it all went. Will I ever be able to stop working? The decision was a moment. The consequence became your life. So stop obsessing over what I do and start asking what happens after I do it. Play it forward. Not 1 step, 5 steps. What does this cost me in 6 months? Who am I becoming if I choose this? Most people study the menu. Smart people study the meal. What does it do to your body after you eat it? How do you feel an hour later? The wisdom isn't about choosing. It's about living with what you choose. So start reading your own life like a case study. Not what did I decide, but what happened because of it. What patterns keep producing the same result? What choices keep leading to the same address? You're like, I've been here before. The consequence, that's the honest report card. The decision just felt like the grade. Decisions are free. Consequences are very expensive. Spend your time studying the price tag, not the options.
yourself in God. That's all you got. See the light at the end of the tunnel, get out that hole. Yes, sir, bro. Hey, you gotta take them to that hole, man. Take them to that dark place, bro. Only a certain couple motherfuckers can get out of a dark place, man. When you in a hole, you feel alone, you feel like nobody could come get you. It's all right here, bro. You gotta depend on yourself.